everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're just about to get started. I'm excited you're here. Tonight, we're doing module 4 of the Insight Framework. And this one, the topic is hushing our inner voice. You'll recall that we already did the first 3. One was Alligator Brains, which is about what happens when our limbic brains take over and our frontal cortex goes offline. 2 was jury analysis. That was looking at who are we working so hard to impress and the carrot and stick that they use to keep us compliant. 3 was about 8-year-old you and looking at sitting with 8-year-old you to try to understand if the life that you've created, you've cultivated, would make 8-year-old you happy and proud, or make them be upset that you don't have enough fun. There's this saying that if you could please both 8-year-old you and 80-year-old you, you'd be doing just fine. Tonight, we're going to talk about hushing your inner voice. Next week will be thinking errors. Week 6 is about flooding. And finally, week 7 is about being your own best friend. So I'm so grateful to have you along for the ride. We're going to get started in about 2 more minutes. If you have any questions, please feel free to submit them during the live, and hopefully I will see them and respond in real time. Otherwise, hold them till the end, and I'll open it up for questions at the end too. Okay? Perfect. Okay, so 2 minutes to go. I'll just tell you a little bit about other ways you can work with us in the Insight Framework. The first is the online course. You can go to course.amandaredwine.com to sign up for the Insight Framework. You'll get immediate access to all of the video modules and also monthly coaching calls and group support for a year. I have an exciting announcement, which is that our first group therapy cohort, interestingly named the Estrogen Avengers, will start up in mid-February. That group's meant for women over age 30 to help them process their past and step confidently into a life that they love. Please contact me if you're interested to reserve a spot. Your insurance company may be able to help with some of the costs, and we also have 5 full scholarships available, so please reach out to apply for those. That takes place over Zoom, so no reason not to do it because you don't have to go anywhere to get there. Last are our one-on-one care options. The first is our guided growth program, which is a monthly program, which includes all the modules plus a monthly one-on-one session with me for personalized support. And then kind of the whole enchilada is the comprehensive care program. It's a complete tailored experience that includes 12 90-minute sessions that we schedule at your convenience. We include supplementary materials that are worth over $200 between books and flashcards and other kinds of tools, as well as priority scheduling. So that includes evenings and weekends. Plus, you'll enjoy 25% off any additional sessions. So lots of ways to interact with me, with us, with this community. My book, Skunk Nugget Parenting, is available on Amazon. One day, I am hoping that we'll get all this Insight Framework stuff into a new book, so stay tuned for that. I would say don't hold your breath. Hi, Rory. I'm so glad to see you. I've been missing you. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. So today, I want to talk about something that's deeply personal and incredibly important, and that's our inner voice. It's the voice that guides us. It's the voice that knows our truth, but often gets silenced as we grow up. I want to explore why that happens and how we can reconnect with it. Think back to when you were a kid. Children are remarkably perceptive. They see things for exactly as they are, and they often have an uncanny ability to sense when something isn't right. Maybe you saw a family argument or a situation at school or something on the news that just felt wrong. You might have even spoken up about it, only to be told by a caregiver or a teacher, hush, you don't understand, or that's just the way things are. We've always done it this way. As children, we depend on our adults to help us make sense of the world. But when our observations and our feelings get dismissed or silenced, we start to doubt our own perceptions. We learn to hush our inner voice. Society often reinforces this by valuing conformity and discouraging us from questioning the status quo. You might remember from our jury analysis lesson about the fact that high school teaches us that what is to be valued is compliance. Not critical thinking, not citizenship, but compliance. And the or else that they use is, well, you don't have to graduate, but you'll be living in a tarp tent under a bridge, which, as you and I both know, is not necessarily true. So over time, we get so accustomed to silencing our inner voice that we start to lose touch with it. We grow up learning and being programmed to prioritize external approval instead of our internal truth. By the time we're adults, that inner voice might be just a whisper, buried under layers of doubt, fear, and conditioning. Here's the thing, though. That inner voice never truly left us. It's always there, waiting patiently for us to listen. And reconnecting with it is crucial to find our truths and live authentically. So how do we do that? First, we need to find quiet. In our busy, noisy lives, finding a moment of silence can be challenging, but it really is essential. This quiet isn't solely about the absence of sound. It's about creating space where we can tune out the external noise and tune into ourselves. This might be through meditation or spending time in nature or simply sitting in stillness for a few moments each day. As you create this quiet space, I want you to start paying attention to your feelings and thoughts without judging them. Notice when something feels off, or if you feel a strong pull towards something. Those are clues from your internal voice. Journaling can be a powerful tool here too. Write down your thoughts and your feelings, even if they seem scattered or insignificant, because over time, patterns will emerge and you'll begin to recognize your inner voice more clearly. Trust is key. You need to trust that your inner voice is valid and that it has your best interests at heart. This can be really difficult, especially if you've spent years doubting yourself. So start small. Act on a gut feeling or intuition in a low-stakes situation. As you see positive results, your confidence in your inner voice, it'll grow. Another important step is to challenge the societal and family messages that taught you to hush your inner voice. Question why you've been told to stay quiet. Whose interests did that serve? Often, these messages are about maintaining control or avoiding discomfort, not about what was best for you. Surround yourself with people who respect and encourage your inner voice. Seek out relationships and communities where you feel safe to express your true self. That support system can make a huge difference as you work to reconnect with your inner voice. Remember, this is a journey and it's going to take time. You're unlearning years and maybe decades of conditioning, and that doesn't happen overnight. Be patient with yourself and celebrate the small victories along the way. Let's try a quick exercise to help you connect to your inner barometer. Full disclosure, I did not come up with this. I stole it from Drs. John and Julie Gottman, who use it in their Gottman method training. Now, a lot of times when I'm working with folks, they'll tell me that they don't know what they want, or that they're just unsure when they have to make a decision. So I want to give you a simple tool to help you identify your truth. So I have this puppy. His name is Carmine. He is the cutest little terrorist ever. Seriously, he is adorable and chaotic in equal measure. Now for this exercise, for the next 15 seconds, I'm going to silently repeat to myself, I hate puppies. Now, I know this is ridiculous because I absolutely do not. But pick something you really love. Maybe kittens or pineapple on pizza. And I want you to just repeat to yourself silently for 15 seconds, I hate that thing. Ready, set, go. Okay, stop. I want you to check in with your body. See how that felt. Start with your belly button, your chest and your pectoral muscles, your jaw, your tongue and your mouth. For some of us of a certain age, this might include those lovely WTF lines on your forehead. Got a mental picture of how that felt? Great. Now let's switch it up. For the next 15 seconds, silently repeat, I love puppies, or whatever's true for you. Ready, set, go. And stop. Check in again. Belly button, chest, shoulders, neck, jaw, even your forehead lines. I love to watch these back and see how my body language changes. What's fascinating to me is that no matter how many times I do this exercise, when I focus on what's true for me, like loving puppies, my chest opens up, my face relaxes, and I can't help but smile. I feel lighter and infinitely less tense. What I've just shown you is a barometer for your truth. Nobody can tell you what you should like, whether it's puppies or kittens or tuna fish from a can. You just like what you like. And what's crucial here is that feeling of congruence, being aligned with who you are at your very core. Now you have a tool to help you notice when something feels like, I hate puppies in your life. Your body's going to tell you. You've just been taught to ignore it. I have this theory that a lot of adult anxiety stems from being kids who saw messed up stuff, only to have the adults around us say, it's fine, don't worry about it. Or, you're just being dramatic. I'm sure you can't imagine somebody telling me that. I could have set my watch, it was that frequent. We learned that it wasn't safe to speak up when things didn't fit or feel right. So even as adults, we're still not sure how to listen to that voice. But I hope you find the space to listen, to hear your truth. Sometimes we only need to feel seen and heard to get relief from this intense distress. Each time that we hold space for that little voice, that knot in our guts, starts to heal. So let's recap. As children, we saw things that were messed up, but we were told to hush our inner voice. Over time, we lose touch with that voice, but it never truly leaves us. To reconnect with it, we need to find quiet, pay attention to our feelings, trust our intuition, challenge those old messages, and surround ourselves with supportive people. Your inner voice is your guide to your truth. It's time to start listening again. What's one small step you could take today to reconnect with your inner voice? I hope that sitting through these classes has given you some valuable tools, maybe even sparked some aha moments, or ignited a desire to continue on in this work. There's a handful of ways for you to do that. And if you were on at the beginning of the live, you heard this already, so you can feel free to go on about your Sunday evening. So the first is the online course. You can go to course.amandaredwine.com to sign up for the Insight Framework. You'll have immediate access to all 7 modules, which features weekly lessons and group support for an entire year. Our first group therapy cohort, so excited to be announcing this, the Estrogen Avengers, will be starting up in mid-February. That group is meant for women over 30 to process their past and to step confidently into a life they love. Contact me now to reserve your spot. Your insurance company might help cover the costs. And we also have 5 full scholarships available, so reach out to apply. Those sessions will be taking place 100% over Zoom. So your location doesn't matter, you can still participate. And we have 2 different one-on-one care options. The first is our guided growth program, which includes all 6 modules, along with a monthly one-on-one session with me for personalized support. And then the big kahuna package is called our comprehensive care package. It's a complete tailored experience that has 12 90-minute sessions at your convenience, supplementary materials including flashcards, books, you name it, valued over $200, and priority scheduling, which means evenings and weekends. Plus, you'll get 25% off any additional sessions you schedule. Listen, flexibility is one of my core values. So if none of these options fit, feel free to reach out and we'll create a plan that works just for you. My hope is that you'll realize that you never have to walk this path alone. You've found your flock. And I'm so grateful that you're here. Again, my book, Skunk Nugget Parenting, is available on Amazon. Listen, no matter where your next steps take you, please know that I'm holding space for you in the divine light. And thank you for letting me be part of your journey. Join me next Sunday, same time, 7 o'clock Eastern, where we're going to do Module 5, which is about thinking errors. And Lord knows I am perfectly good at executing all of those, so I'll have some real life examples for you. I can't wait to see you. Thanks.